like 28 degrees out here today. I don't know what, well, actually now I don't even know now because the sun's out now, everything's melting. I don't know what's going on out here. My God. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are having another good day, you guys. So today I'm gonna be making a good video for you guys. It's gonna be pretty much like a follow along and stuff. I'm gonna pretty much be showing you guys my 6-month personal experience and review with driving with compound turbos. As a lot of you know, back in June I installed over-under Smeding diesel compound setup on my 3rd gen. So I'm gonna be talking and actually giving you guys I guess you could say a snapshot view of like what it's like daily driving it. A lot of people don't do that in terms of like letting people see how it is, how it drives and stuff. Now granted, I understand it's kind of hard to do that because there's videos and stuff. You can only do so much in the videos, but I figure I gotta do some errands in town, so I'm like, well shit, let me bring y'all along so you can see how the truck drives. I got it warming up right now. The high idle kicked on earlier by itself, so it's a cold day out here. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. Once again, make sure you smash that like button because I know you're gonna enjoy it, and you guys stay tuned. All right, you guys, so we're in the truck right now. I'm just going down the street. So while I'm driving, you guys, I'm also holding the camera, so if it's a little shaky, I apologize for that, but you guys will be able to get the general gist, okay? So real quick, before I start driving on the main road, so pretty much this middle gauge right here, the middle gauge, that is my boost gauge right there. It ranges from 0 to 60. Now obviously you're not going to be able to see exactly where the boost is in terms of like, you know, when I'm driving, because it's going to be kind of far away, but just know that if the needle's here, that's halfway, meaning that's 30 pounds of boost, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds, if you get what I'm saying. So you kind of have a reference in terms of boost. EGT gauge, I will say that right here is 1,000 EGTs. You guys, it won't hit 1,000. It won't unless I get on it real hard. So, oh shit, it's not. So let someone pass me real quick. And then down here is fuel pressure, so I mean that one doesn't matter. And then my speedometer's here. I got the Edge monitor set up, CTS3. So here we go. I'm just driving out my neighborhood right now. And you guys can kind of get a, you know, get a good feel. I need to figure a way. I mean, I could use my GoPro, but I don't think it would be able to get close enough to the gauge so you guys can actually see it. So we're just waiting to turn here. So as soon as I turn, I'll let you guys see what that looks like. All right. Just cruising, so we had about 5 pounds. That was like 5-7 pounds right there. If you're wondering, in terms of acceleration, I'm telling you right now, I'm not even making this up. You really do not have to give it a lot of acceleration. You know what I'm saying? I feather the pedal basically. You know, it's a big jump. Right now, cruising, EGTs are 600, boost is at 0, because there's no load on the engine right now. But yeah, it's nice. That's about, barely, not even a quarter throttle. It got up to 20. So if you're wondering what type of driving I'm doing, like this is pretty much like your basic, like you're not driving fast, you know, just normal driving. Like honestly, that's what it really is. Right now at cruising speeds, going 50 miles an hour, sitting at 6 pounds of boost. EGTs, right about 700. And it's just city cruising, man, just going on about your business. So if you guys didn't know, I got the S366 with the S480 turbo. So my Atmosphere turbo is the S480, and then the inducer, the inducer is the S480, Atmosphere is S366. Over under setup with a 2nd gen style manifold, T4. So right now we're cruising, we're in 6th gear locked up, torque converter lockup at about 5 pounds of boost. EGTs are still like 700, about 740. I actually need to get a 100 PSI boost gauge because a couple times I've maxed out that 60 pound boost gauge when I was messing around with it. But yeah, you can see traffic in front of me. I'm just cruising with traffic. I'm not, you know, going fast or going around anybody. It's just instant, man. It's instant. So back in October, when I went to Tennessee for the Beans Blackout in the Country event, I actually threw my truck on a dyno the night before, and the guy who's dynoing it, he was like, when does your boost usually kick in? About like 2,300? I was like, no, like 18. Like 18, you know, 18, 19, sometimes 1,700, depending on what gear I'm in. It kicks in. And I've thought about getting a pedal commander to kind of see if I can spruce up the pedal, but the thing is that this pedal, it doesn't have any lag in it. Like, it really doesn't. Like, if you touch the pedal, it's going to move. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how hard you touch it, whether you do it real hard or, you know, fucking be feathering it, that's gonna vary. But it's very responsive, man. I mean, I'll be honest with you. So back in like, everybody remembers the 6.4 Power Strokes when Ford had everyone said it was twin turbos or compound turbos. I can see why they were trying to go for that, because the drivability you get in terms of having 2 turbos, it's so nice, man. And what you're seeing now, what was happening was, over time, what was going on was these manufacturers with the stock turbos, they pretty much were making the compressor wheel larger, but they were making the turbine wheel slightly smaller, or they were making the AR slightly smaller, so that way they can get that quick spool up. Because you got to think, on a stock application diesel truck, they're using it for towing. Good Lord, man. This dude like just slammed on brakes when it turned yellow. Anyways, sorry about that. So yeah, so over time, people who get these trucks stock, they're not racing them and stuff. They just want a truck so they can tow whatever they're towing. And when you're towing, that quick spool, it makes a difference between an enjoyable ride and lugging around and just smoking everything. And you know what I'm saying? It's night and day difference. So just coming off of a stop, that was a dead stop, and then barely give you some pedal and hit 10 PSI. But yeah, so you saw that happening. So I can see why Ford tried to do that with the 6.4 to get the best of both worlds. Obviously, if anybody was wondering, or not wondering, if you ask anybody, should compound turbos come stock with a diesel truck, for the amount of money you pay, I would like to say yes. I mean, these trucks nowadays, man, they're going for 74, you know, $60,000+ for that much money. Don't get me wrong, a single turbo on a stock truck drives good, but how much better would it be with compound turbos? You know what I'm saying? It's night and day difference. So, absolutely. Just pulling up here at the bank. I gotta do a little business real quick. Get back with you. All right, we got the sun in the eyes. I know. Just finished. Had to do a little business at the bank. Pull out of here real quick. But yeah. Another thing too, when it comes to your compounds too, is if you go with the compound route, your exhaust will actually be a little quieter. And I didn't know this until I was talking with, I think it might have been Mitchell or Monster Ram Mike. I'm not, one of those two was telling me about it, but basically your one turbo's muffling the other one, which I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, because I mean, 2nd gen sounds awesome, but it can get a little drony, especially if you're doing road trips and stuff. So absolutely. All right, so right here is going to be a nice little strip. I'm going to show you guys a little pull, so if you want to keep an eye on the gauges. That's about, I'd say, a little over a quarter throttle, not even 50% pedal. You can see it jumped up to almost 30 pounds. It's very responsive, if you guys are curious. And today it's nice and cold outside, so you know, we're looking at intake air temp. At the bottom right, it's about 87 degrees in the engine bay. Fuel pressure's at about 17 PSI. So like, this is like perfect turbo weather right now, you guys. tranny hit over 100 degrees temperature. So from a takeoff, again, normal acceleration, nothing crazy, hitting at about 12 pounds of boost, 11. It's very responsive, man. And you guys know I don't have any, out here in Eastern North Carolina, it's very flat. I don't have hills and mountains and all that stuff that I can go up and down on. But I have drove it around that type of stuff when I was in Tennessee, actually. Going out there up in the mountains near Boone, North Carolina, it was really nice. Going up hills and stuff, man, I tell you what, the compounds took them like a champ. The only thing I had to do, because some of the inclines were pretty good, I think it was about a 5-6% incline. All I did was make sure, I mean, it might have been more than 5 or 6 actually, now that I think about it. All I did was, if I needed to, I put it in tow haul mode, drop it down in the 5th gear, because 5th gear on these trucks is like your best friend. If you're doing a hard pull, if you're on the highway and you're hauling something and you're going under 60 miles an hour, I want to say, drop that sucker in the 5th gear, man, and you will, and drop it in the 5th, let it lock up, and then pull, and man, I tell you what, it pulls good. If you do a lot of hard pulls in 6th gear, 6th gear is pretty much like your extra overdrive gear. If you do a lot of hard pulls in 6th gear, your tranny will not last long. That overdrive drum is gonna go bye-bye. But yeah, this is it, man. This is compounds, you guys. It's really nice. It really is. Installation wise, yeah, it can kind of suck, take up space, but when you pop that hood, man, and you see all that piping, you see those turbos, man, it's a good feeling. It really is, you know. So this truck right now, if I had it equipped correctly in terms of like the right, well, I mean, I have a drop hitch on it, but if I wanted to tow right now with this truck, I would not second guess it at all. So here we go. We're doing a roll and pull right now, so going about 50 miles an hour. With 6 pounds of boost, I give it about a quarter throttle. Man, it just hit 40 just like that. And I was in 6th gear locked up too. So, it's good, man. It's really good. And it's so quick, man. Passing people up on the highway, dude, is like butter. You barely got to give the pedal any throttle. So I drove to Florida for Thanksgiving. On the drive there, man, you know, you get behind that one idiot where they're just going slower than time and you got to go around them. So I've had a couple of those dudes and I just go around them, you know. I stay in tune 5 as well. All the tunes, so the tunes, let's see, the only thing the tunes do is it makes it spool up a little faster each level I go up. So the higher I go, it gives a little bit more juice, timing advances a little bit, and it pretty much just makes it go a little faster. So I'm digging it. Yeah, but this is driving and I know I think I had a 3-month, I think I did a 3-month or a 1-month review on compounds, and it was good back then and it's still good now. I actually was talking with Matt Crockett over at MDC Diesel. You guys, some of y'all might know I do a lot of business with Mac and good friends with him and whatnot. I was talking with him, so they're actually, the model compound setup I have, they're going to be discontinuing. They only have a few more left. They're going to be they're pretty much waiting to sell those out, and then they're going to redesign their compound kit, make, I guess, revisions to it and stuff. So if you guys are trying to get this exact setup I have, it's still on sale on MDC website, and my code Everything Diesel will save you $100 on top of the current sale prices. I mean, I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you're that cat that always wanted compound turbos, not twin turbos, but compound turbos, there is a difference between twin turbos and compound turbos. If you're that cat that wanted one all the time, but you can't drop $3,000 to $4,000, this kit right here is for you, man. I think out the door you're looking at about $2,200-ish in terms of you know, getting the whole kit, pipe in, turbos. You can pick your turbos. The basic kit is going to be a 362 S475 setup, which is still a very good setup. That setup is going to take you to about 750, 800 horsepower. That's a good option there if you want to go up one level. 366 S480 was really good. The biggest difference, honestly, with the S475 and the S480, in my opinion, is the whistle. You get that screeching, I'm talking like someone lit a cat on fire, like something crazy, man. It's just screaming with this S480, and I love that personally. I like that a lot. The 475 screams too, but it can't scream like the 480. But if you do install a 480, you will have, it's going to be a challenge in getting that fit down there. So near the shock tower is where your S480 is going to be sitting at, and I talk about this in my installation video when I install the compounds. You will have to like kind of grind a little bit of the shock tower because the compressor cover is just too big to fit down there. That's one of the reasons I believe why they're going to be redesigning their compound kits. But you can get the kit installed. I'm a living testament because I haven't installed in my truck. I did it in my driveway. You know, one thing I wanted to make sure was that I went over everything that I was not aware of getting prior to getting involved with the compound setup, you know what I'm saying? So absolutely. And another thing too is EGTs. So my top gauge, which I mean you guys didn't see a lot of it, but I should have showed you the EGTs when I punched it, but you might have saw it, I'm not sure. But I don't think I've ever seen my EGTs over, I want to say 1150, 1100, and when it hit 1150, 1100, that was me playing with the truck. Like I pretty much damn near floored it in the roll just to see what it can do, and it skirted, man. But 1150, 1150 degrees for EGTs when you're slamming on your truck and all that on Tune 5, like that's actually respectable. So that tells me the tuning is good, and it tells me that the compounds are doing their job. So if you ever was curious how compounds lower your EGTs, it's basically the concept of, and I might say this a little weird, but basically it's the concept of, because you have two turbos working with each other, your exhaust gases are evacuating the engine faster than versus a single turbo. Single turbo, it works by itself and it has the whole load on it, but because you have two turbos working for you, it's able to pretty much exhaust your EGTs out of the manifold and then into another turbo at a faster rate, if I'm saying that correctly. If not, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on there. But nonetheless, you're gonna have excellent EGTs, very good drivability. You know, boost is gonna be there all day, every day. You know, if you guys are curious, I'm on stock fuel minus the PPE dual fueler CP3s. So I got two stock dual fueler CP3s. So yeah, it's definitely a good setup, and those dual fuelers are doing good too. I haven't had any issues with them, but we got some stuff in the garage though. We're getting to that time, so hopefully you guys enjoy the bus ride. So yeah, this is what it's about right here. So I had a little accident a couple weeks ago. My coolant cap wasn't tightened down all the way, so it was squirting coolant all over it. But you can see it there, top side 366. Then you come down there. Down there you got the S480. Kind of hard to see. But yeah, it's an awesome unit, you guys. It really is. Dual fuelers. I gotta polish up everything, get it all good. No leaks. I haven't had any issues in terms of boots blowing off. No leaks. I mean, everything's good, man. It really is. It goes into the intercooler. Haven't had any issues. I checked the compressor wheels probably about a month after putting them on, because I wanted to just make sure they were doing fine. They weren't like getting play or anything. And yeah, they're awesome, man. Really, really good. Well, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this bus ride. I say bus ride because it's in the Mega Slab. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's a very good experience, man. I'm telling you guys, man. If you thought about it, if you're on the fence, it's worth it. If you're that cat that's saying, oh, I don't want to blow a head gasket, I don't want to blow my engine up, compounds is not like that. You first things first, if you're ever doing an aftermarket, first rewind, head studs. Head studs is a recommendation for even a stock diesel truck, like, you know, or a stock Cummins, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's stock, you should be doing head studs. You don't have to go with ARP. You can get other companies out there like Exotic Performance. They make head studs that are a little cheaper. They're actually coming up in the market. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of them in the future. I actually talked to them a while ago about some stuff. But yeah, so if you're that cat worried about it, and you're like, you know, I don't want to blow the head gaskets, get you some head studs, man. You know, I'm not going to say I dogged the crap out of my truck, but I've tested the waters to see what, you know, what this can do. And I can confidently tell you that this is a very safe unit in terms of if you do everything right, okay? Trans tune in, you know, my truck's re-geared, so that helps out too. But in regards for the compounds itself, I don't have any complaints really. In terms of performance, drivability characteristics, it's awesome. I really love it. The only gripe I had, well, I had a few gripes with this kit, but I already hashed them out and talked to the people I needed to talk to about it. I'm going to be going from a 5-inch to a 4-inch downpipe, because my downpipe does rub when I put the truck in reverse. But yeah, yeah, it's a good time, man. It's a good time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Comment and let me know what you think, you guys, in terms of the compound setup. Would you guys do it? Would you not do it? Is it something that you know, you're like, oh, I'm still on the fence a little bit about, like, you know, you're not 100% committed? Like, let me know. And if you guys have any questions in regards to my specific setup, feel free to ask down below. You guys know I always answer, I always reply to my comments, and I read all comments. So I appreciate and I'm grateful for all the comments you guys do. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys are having a good holiday period as well. So until next time, you guys take it easy, be safe, stay warm, and I'll see you guys next time.